Everyone to my channel Space Remote Sensing and GIS. So welcome to the next lecture of the spatial modeling techniques. Okay, so as of now whatever we discuss the process, now we will going to focus over the automation of this particular model technique. Okay, the running the geoprocessing tools by one successions, it can be a successful workflow, okay, but producing desired informations and products and the results. But if you want to the visual representations of your analysis that can be modify and rerun, okay, so you may also want a tool that can be perform the same process over and over for the multiple times you can generate the inputs. Okay, so for that model builder is actually the best technique to do this process. Okay, so it is basically automating your workflow, and you can share these tools to the others so that they can also use this process. So in this lecture we are going to focus on that. So without wasting much time, let's go back to our site analysis, okay, which we did in the last week. So this is the same Boston locations, if you've seen the store locations which we are actually using. So we want to create a visual representations of our analysis that we can modify and rerun as we need it. So we will use here the model builder to chain the tools together for the analysis of the customer and the store that we performed earlier. Okay, so this model will create our desired line informations to the store, okay, to the store to the customer. So that's what we want to generate. So first we will going to create a model. First part we will going to create a model, and we will add the tools to the model to set our parameters. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do that. So very first, if you see here, we have the Boston store informations. Okay, in this map, if you see the contain feature classes, which is basically the store, and a 5 standalone tables. Okay, we have here. So we will going to use this custom table, okay, for the first exercise, if you remember. So then we will going to use the other 4 tables also. Okay, in this second exercise we are already done, okay, which we showed our second day video. Now first we will open this customer table and we will see what is there in this. Okay, you see here we have the specific informations about the latitude and longitude, okay, the coordinate x and y coordinates which is given. This table in actually non-spatial, okay, so that we can use this geoprocessing tools to create a point features from this particular table. Okay, this is our first motivation. So to doing this, we are going to create a model. So before that we just fix the environment. Okay, so if you go in analysis tab, there is an environment tool. So in this environment tool you can fix the extent. So this is the extent you see here, this is current display extent. So I will just going to click the current display extent and then simply click on OK. So now this extents will be fixed, means all the analysis which we will going to run, so that will be run over this particular extent. Now the next thing is how we are going to create a model. Okay, so in this you see this analysis tab. Okay, so we have the geoprocessing group, and here we have the model builder. So if you click on the model builder, okay, so from here the model builder tool will also open, and from here also you can open. So if you want, you can just right click, go to the new and open a model. So any things will be fine for you, but this is the easiest way. You click the model builder. I already explained in my last video in the model builder, so that you have an idea on that. But as it is a context of modeling, okay, so how we'll do. So model builder technique is always interesting. Okay, you can learn a very new technique to create a different types of model. Now if you see, we have some informations over here, like which we want to create the model. Okay, so the first thing we have to do, that is we have to give some this model name. So how to give the model name? So you can give here from this also, just like this, or just right click, open the property also you can do this, but here you can click the property, so the model property will open. So now I can give this model name type, like here you can't give any gap, so you can continuously type like this, customers and store model, store. So this is the first thing which we did that time. So some name I'm giving, customer and store analysis. See here you not give any gap, but in label you can give the gap. Okay, that's what I'm giving it here, you see here. So this is done. Now simply click on OK. So now you see this new customer model is open. Now if you want to save this, okay, so then only it will change this model name over here. So that's what you can do it here. Once you click on the save, you see this model will save. Now this custom models is done by it is okay. So now the first thing, see, it is important to document your model so that other user also can understand the model was does. Okay, so that's why you have to save this model and the properly name should be visible. Okay, now what we will do, we will going to if you want to reopen it, okay, so you can open it from here. Suppose if I close and if I make it from here, but as I already opened the model, so no required to open from the edit. Just to remembering you, if you want somebody want to open this model, then right click and edit so that it will open if you close sometime. Okay, great. Now what we will do, we can give some more informations. Okay, like we can edit its metadata so that we can search time, it will be easier. So just right click and here we have the edit metadata options. So here you can type more informations, okay, regarding that particular project. So I'm giving a name like desire comma, you can give, or you can just give us a desire lines, stores, customers. Okay, so these are the few tags which I am giving. Okay, so this will be easier to search. And suppose I'm just giving this model automate the workflow. This is just a description I am giving, but you can give accordingly. Okay, automates the workflow. So that's what I am giving. So that's it. Okay, so if you want to save this, so you can save your model and you can close. So this is the basically you give a proper tags and this description so that anybody will understand what the model is actually used for. Now the next steps, the first steps, you remember that time, like we have to convert this table to the points. So for doing that, we have to recall some tools which is called XY table to point tool, so which we have over here. So I can simply type XY table to point. Okay, so you see it just came. So you can drag and drop this particular table. Okay, so that is what we need to do. So you see here that is came. So now we need to wait for this will be activate. Okay, so this is still not activated, see here. Okay, so we need to wait for some time. So now it is activated. So if you want to give this customer table as an input, so you just double click on this, okay, and you can select this customer table, that's all. And you have to give the proper informations also, like you can give this X field. Okay, so we can select the X coordinate, and Y field we have to give the Y coordinate. Okay, so that's all. And then this particular coordinate system we can import from this Boston store. So I can simply drop down and select the Boston store, so whatever the coordinate system of that, so that it will taken automatically. So simply click on OK. Now your first steps of your model is done. Now if you remember the next steps which we did yesterday, so that is basically the near tool we used. Okay, so we can call a new tool which is called near tool. So simply drag and drop this particular tool, and let's wait for this tool will be activate. Okay, now you see this this near tool which I actually added to my file. Okay, so why I'm using this near tool? If you remember the last time which I showed you, like near tool is determining the customers which is within the 10-mile radius, so that's what we want to calculate. So that's why we are actually giving this. Okay, so now you can give the input of this customer table. Either you can drag from this, or you can double click, or also you can do that. But anyway, I will simply dragging it, and I will just trying to connect with the input features. So near tool, now you have to open it like this. So the near feature, so you have to mention the near features obviously from your Boston store. So you just need to select the Boston stores. Okay, now the next thing is the radius. Okay, so search radius, as I told you, is a 10 miles. So I'll select the 10, and here we have the US miles. Okay, so I'm just selecting that. Okay, so this is two are very important, and then obviously the check on this particular location. So from the location it will going to search the radius distance, and here you have to change this field name. Okay, so then you can identifying by your one. So here I can give the name will change with the store. In case of near, I'm just changing it to store. So is TOR store FID. This will be store distance. This will be store X and store Y. Store X, and this will be store Y. Okay, so if you remember last time also we did the same process. Okay, now my near model is ready to launch. Okay, so I just simply click on OK. So now you want to rearrange it, so you can click here auto layout, so automatically it will rearrange your model. Now the next is we are going to add a select by layer, you can say select layer by attribute tool. Okay, so when we are we are going to run this analysis earlier, if you remember. Okay, so we are actually selected the features that are near to the FID, which is not equal to -1, because the features which is fell outside the 10-mile search radius. Okay, so we can build a query within this particular select by layer attribute tools to separate those informations. Okay, so for that I can just recall select layer by attribute tool. So I can type it here, select layer by attribute. Okay, so this tool I will just drag and drop it over here. So let's wait for this tool will activate. Okay, so now this tool is activated. So now first thing which you have to connect. Okay, so that is output of this near tool. Okay, so that we need to connect with this. Okay, so I will just, this is the first step. Okay, input the rows. Okay, so that if you just collected, so it will automatically activate. Now you open this select by attribute tool, and you have to put a conditions over here. So that conditions which I told you, like the, if you see here, selection types will be fine, new selections. Okay, so that will be your stored FIDs. Okay, so what is that? This is stored FIDs is not equal to. Okay, so it's not equal to, so this will be your -1. So that you can type. Okay, just simply call -1. Okay, so this is what you need to type, and then simply click on OK. Now if you want to readjust, then again click on, oh sorry, this you have to readjust, then you can simply click on auto layout. That's all, and you can save this model. As of now, what you did, you just simply save this model. Okay, now we are going to add that the final tool, which is basically generate origin destination links tools, if you remember that, which we are using that time. So here you can search that tool which is called generate origin. Yes, this is the tool. This is called generate origin destination link. Okay, so simply drag and drop it over here. Now this tool, okay, so the tools that we have recently used in this appeared in recently. So if you didn't not completed, if you are not completed that previous exercise, so I will tell you that go to check my the old video so that you can understand the process what we did the last time. Okay, so now this link tools, okay, which end of this particular model which we are actually doing now. Okay, so now better we can see the customer 3 table. Okay, so this we can connect with this by attribute table which to this particular original table. So either you better, if you not able to drag like this, then you can go and select from here customer table 3, or if it is not showing, better we can go and drag it like this. Okay, and we can select like this origin features. Okay, so that's what we are doing, the first thing. Okay, so now you open it. Okay, so now we need to give the selection. This is my Boston store 1. Okay, the origin of the group, and this will be origin of the group field. Okay, so that we give name. Okay, like that is basically the store FID. We can select the store FID. Okay, and destination group, obviously my store number. Okay, so the store number, that's all. And then you can change this name. See, here is coming very big. Okay, so you can change this. Okay, so we can change this name to desired line. Desired line. Desired lines. Okay, so this is the name which I given it here, which will going to save in the test snaps. Okay, that's your things are done though. So this is line types, we not to change or anything over here. So simply click on OK, and you see this model will be generated. And if you want to finally readjust the model, then you can click on auto layouts. Okay, and see this model is perfectly generated. Next thing, obviously you have to validate your model and save the model. So if there is no error, that is perfectly fine. Now before you run this model, so whatever the outputs is required, you can add those outputs. Okay, so suppose I want to display whatever you want to display as your output files. Okay, so that you can select. Suppose one is this one, I can select add to display. Another one output which you want to display, this is the desired line. Okay, so this is the to add desired lines, okay, to the display also. So I will just add to display line. So this is 2 will be the outputs which will be visible, okay, and to my results. Now again you need to validate your results, save the model, and you just need to run, and let's wait for the results to view. Okay, so let's run the model and wait for the results. So as you've seen, this model is run perfectly. So let's open the result. So I will close this, come back to the results, and you see, so whatever we generated, the desired outputs, it is perfectly generated. So this is what the process of creating automations of the model builder tool. Okay, so I will request, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, okay, and share this video to the others. Next video we will going to discuss more on the iterations of this model. If you want to run the iterations of this particular model, then how we will going to do that. Okay, so that we will going to discuss in our next lecture. Okay, so if you like this video, please share this video with alls, and thank you very much for all support. Recently we crossed 5,000 subscriber for this particular channel. For me it is a great moment for my life, okay, because I never thought my channel will be cross 5,000 viewers, and around the world I'm getting so many messages, which will be really wonderful. So all you are written like thank you for this video is just like an award for me. So very much thank you very much to all.